Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I am back with another post-fight analysis video. All right, y'all. Erin Blanchfield versus Sarah Alpar. All right, y'all. Shout out to Erin Blanchfield. Been waiting to see her make her UFC debut, go in there and make a big statement, and she was able to do that against a legit opponent in Sarah Alpar. I prefer this fight for her at 125. A while back they were going to schedule for Erin Blanchfield to face off against Wmma at 135. Erin Blanchfield, to me, she's a flyweight. She's a flyweight. Maybe one day she'll be 135, but right now I see her at 125. And moving up to 135 is just dangerous, especially taking on Norma Dumont, who's coming down from 145, who's really a featherweight, right? So this fight worked out for the best, and she was able to go in here and showcase her skills. And this is something I've been talking about with Erin Blanchfield. I know her as a solid grappler. She has really good jiu-jitsu. She's really strong and athletic. She's young. Seeing her fight at like 19 and 20 early on in Invicta, I knew that she was going to be a threat. Because one of the things I seen with her was not only was she working on, getting better with her wrestling and her jiu-jitsu, but her striking, her striking. And that's what she used in this fight here. Her striking has been really looking solid. She went in here, put on a banger. She was fighting in the pocket, but at the same time, she was measuring well. Just overall good boxing and good kickboxing. She was putting together a lot of good combinations in this fight and just giving Sarah Alpar work. She was really overwhelming her in this fight. I mean, right from the jump in the first round, Alpar, she came out with some leg kicks and combinations trying to slow Blanchfield down. But Blanchfield, she met her right in the middle, picking her shots, landed a good body kick right away, started backing up Alpar with straight shots. Blanchfield, the one thing I like about her, she was in there like she was banging, but she was measuring nicely and letting go. She was measuring to stay out of harm's way. She took a few shots here and there. Alpar, she did put some shots down the center too. She started putting a little bit of red on Blanchfield, but like I said, Blanchfield, she started adjusting early and landed more. She was landing a lot of shots, just measuring and staying out of harm's way and getting her left hand and right hand off. And then she was using that clinch to slow Alpar down to get those takedowns. She was able to get a takedown, and in side control, you can see that quickness of Blanchfield trying to pass the guard and just control Alpar. Good ground and pound and elbows from Blanchfield. She was on it. She was working the top. She was working the top position, and then she was letting her hands go, on the ground as well. The second round, Blanchfield started putting that pressure on once again. Head kicks off the jab. Her jab was popping. She was popping Alpar, snapping that head back, keeping her off balance. Blanchfield, she was showing a little bit of everything here. Once again, she takes Alpar down after working her way in. And on top, Blanchfield, she's just landing shots, just beating Alpar up from here, controlling the whole round with just ground and pound here. I think it was like a minute into the round when she got her down and like had Alpar's back against the fence. She was on top of her, just working, just landing a lot of shots, trying to soften her up for maybe eventually getting a submission. But other than that, she was just beating Sarah Alpar up. Last round here, of course, Sarah Alpar, she needed to finish. She needed to finish at this point. But I think for me, Alpar, she wasn't really doing a good job of using her feet here. She was too stationary. To fend off Blanchfield, you got to use it. You got to use angles, and you got to be able to, step back off the back foot using the jab. She was just too stationary because Blanchfield's attack is relentless. With a relentless attack against a flat-footed or stationary fighter, you can just get off all day, head and body. That's what Blanchfield was doing. You just continue to overwhelm that fighter. And again, Blanchfield, she clenches up, lands some good knees in the clinch, and just putting on pressure, elbows and right hands. Another takedown for Blanchfield. And just a good showcase of her grappling to finish off the round and how active she is. It's a really good, solid work to see from Erin Blanchfield. And, of course, there's some holes here and there that she'll need to work on. But everything she was showing as far as offense, killer instinct, and the hunger, and putting everything together, that's what you want to see in a 22-year-old like her. That lets you know right now that she's working to be a well-rounded fighter. You saw a little bit of everything. You saw the stand-up, you saw the clinch control, and you saw the ground control. You saw a little bit of everything here, being active on the ground, not just laying on your opponent and not just for making a boring fight, but just laying there, you know what I mean, which is not really going to do anything. I mean, she's letting her hands go on the ground. She's really scrappy. So, good mix of everything from Erin Blanchfield in this fight. Good way to open up with her debut. She might be adding on to my list as a quadruple threat now. Got the triple threat right now, but Erin Blanchfield, as y'all know, I talked about her for a few years now, and I've been telling y'all, you got to keep an eye on her even if she was Invicta. So she might be making that quadruple threat list. We just need to see maybe one or two more fights like everybody else, and then I'll let you know. We might be putting her on that list. But from here, Erin Blanchfield, with the way she handled this opponent, I think another test for her would be somebody like maybe the winner of Cachoeira versus Jillian Robertson. You know, I prefer to see her in there with Jillian Robertson. You know, I'd like to see how she can handle that type of grappler on the ground, and then maybe with Cachoeira, how she can handle a power puncher. You know, just to kind of see if she can use her range well and her defense, because defense is something I want to see out of Erin Blanchfield as she grows. You know, she's still young, and you know she's still growing as a fighter, but as she evolves, she's still got a long road ahead of her, which is good. I just want to see her not get hit as much and be a little bit slicker with her punches, because right now she has good ability to measure range, and she knows how to turn her punches over. She has better striking than some of these other flyweights, you know, in the division right now. You know, hey, you can agree or disagree, but I like what I was seeing from her punches. You know, they were effective. So from here, Jillian Robertson, Cachoeira, loser or winner of that fight. Maybe, let's see, who else? Melissa Gatto, that's a good fight, but you know, that's probably prospect versus prospect. Don't want to see that yet, right? So, how about Erin Lipski? That's a good name, right? Erin Lipski would be a good name for Erin Blanchfield. You know, shows that ground game, shows how you can nullify the power puncher in that fight. As for Sarah Alpar, you know, got a lot of work to do. You know, I think after watching this fight, she needs to really work on her footwork. Don't try to bang. Don't just stay right in front of your opponent. Got to be a little bit quicker. I don't know if she needs to be at 135. Maybe that would work out better for her. I don't know if it was the weight, but just a few things that need to be worked on. You know, she got to work on her offense and just angles. You know, got to be able to be quick on your feet. So yeah, good fight. Good UFC debut, like I said, from Erin Blanchfield. Shout out to Erin Blanchfield. We'll see if she can make my quadruple threat, guys. But, you know, I have been speaking highly of her, so we'll see, guys. Let me know in the comment section who you think she should face next. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.